Mackenzie Gore.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. Tattooed to Tater Town and gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and the Dodgers have the lead. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Oh, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
Here's Mookie now. And first offering is fouled off.
Betts can claim something not many players can. He's won the World Series playing in the National League and the American League.
Left field, way back there. And it hits the fence. The relay to second. Betts into second.
Everything came together for him. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing, and a fraction of an inch different on the bat. And
swings here and blasts one left field. And out of here. He sends a rocket to left. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. That one is absolutely belted. And that's going to bang against the wall. Around first and hustling for second. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Hernandez at second with nobody out. Hot shot to third. In plenty of time to first. One out in the top of the first. And Kike Hernandez at the plate. Swing and a base hit. Coming home. The throw in. And he's got no chance. He's out.
Batting seventh, third baseman, Max Muncy.
And now it's Max Muncy. Line drive. Caught. Back here in Nationals Park. And today's starting pitcher, Dustin May.
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe two at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
And a swing and a miss there.
They're off to a great start, 3-run lead after their first inning, but so important to be airtight defensively. Don't give away extra outs and allow that other club to get back in this ballgame.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it gets by him. They're still chasing it as he rounds second.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. The pitch. And that is out of play. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Betts sends it to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third. And now it's Luis Garcia. There's a strike. May in his 6th season, 27 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016.
1-1.
Swing and a ground ball. It's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And now it's Keibert Ruiz. On the ground to short, could be 2. Feed to second, that's 1, and that's 2. But they push across 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. Second inning coming up from our nation's capital. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Nats 1. Second inning set to go. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Gore back to work. That's hard hit on the line. Drops into the glove, and there's 1 down. Here comes Chris Taylor. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. Gone straight into the visitors' bullpen. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 4-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. No question about this one. It's out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 5-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here's Mookie Betts now. Doubled his first time. Line drive. Wood hauls it in, and there's 2 away. And here comes Tommy Edman. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Call rings it in, and that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 5-1 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Nathaniel Lowe. And first offering is fouled off. May throws what a lot of people consider to be a power sinker. Throws it with serious velocity, but it moves a ton and it stays down. Big Red picks up the K.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Fought off foul.
And Boog, against a guy like this, you grab your backup bat out of the rack. You don't want to take your gamer up there because you know there's a good chance it's coming back broken.
Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate. First pitch misses. What's the approach when you're facing a guy like this, Chris?
Don't look down in the zone because you'll end up chasing something that's out of the strike zone. Make him elevate the pitch. Because he's not as effective at the top of the strike zone, you got a better chance of having success.
There's a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Betts settles underneath it. But the second baseman calls him off. And that's the third out. No runs. And we're back. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Now a screamer into the outfield. This one could be trouble. Around first, heading for two. And he's got his second double of the game.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
The batter now will be Will Smith. On the ground. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Most of the time, first basemen make those picks in the dirt look pretty easy, but that was a tough one on his backhand side right there. He got his glove down and gave it a good effort, just couldn't get it to stick in the pocket. So, unfortunately, his teammate gets tagged with an error.
Here's Kike Hernandez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Drops a bunt down the first base side. Over to DeYoung. Back to first, not in time. Here comes Max Muncy. He's 0 for 1. There's one, but no throw to second as they only get the out at first. Play at the plate, not in time. He's safe. And the lead is up to 5.
Second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Mackenzie Gore won't go any further tonight, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for the
On to
Nationals.
pitch now for the Nationals, number 61.
Number 61.
He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's 0 for 1. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Nats 1. Back in Washington, D.C., set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now the third baseman, Jose Tena. On to Hernandez. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting ninth, right fielder, Dylan Cruz.
So up next, Dylan Cruz. And that's outside. Ball 1. And there's a ball. On its way to the corner. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Fly ball down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. And misses inside. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. On the ground right side, Rojas. Handles, throws to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
The center fielder, James Wood.
Back to the top of the lineup at the plate. James Wood. There's a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. And it's 1-1. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. That's back there. Into the bullpen and gone. His 2nd home run of the series, and they close the gap. It's 6-2.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
He swings and fouls one off. Gets under it and pops it up. Smith squeezes it. That is the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. Now a 6-2 ball game. Start of the fourth, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Chris Taylor. Taylor, a middle infielder by trade, played his college baseball at the University of Virginia.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the third, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Here's Mookie to hit. 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike. Betts in his 11th season, 32 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2011. Runner on the go. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's gone. And they add a pair. It's 8-2. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. And that's bunted out in front of home plate. On to first, and Hernandez is out.
Now batting, catcher Will Smith.
Will Smith to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. This one smoked out to left. Call makes the grab. And that is that. Mookie Betts brings the noise on this home run. And this is now an 8-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Nationals Park, bottom of the inning. Now, Luis Garcia.
Baseman, Luis.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Hernandez ranging after it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one away. Next to hit, Keibert Ruiz. Now one missed.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
The 1-1. Swinging a foul straight back. One down, base is empty. Cut on and lifted in the air. Edman gets under it. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting,
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit.
Hitter, Nathaniel
That
Lowe.
one catches the zone. 0-1. Hammered, base hit. And that extends the inning. Here's Josh Bell. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Low off of first with 2 away. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And Big Red gets his second strikeout of the game. So 1 left for Washington, and it's still 8-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Kike Hernandez. And first offering is fouled off. Hernandez, versatile player, can play all over the infield and the outfield. That's towards center. Wood sizing this one up. Makes the grab, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Max
Muncy digs in. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Well struck right field. That's back. And it's gone. His first homer of the year. It's 9-2.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it.
Pitching for the
Next to
Nationals,
hit, Miguel Rojas.
number 32, Trevor Williams.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Here comes Chris Taylor, and that's a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. He beats it safe, and it's an 8-run lead. And next is the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. 3 for 3 with a pair of home runs and a single. Plays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. Taylor around second. Hung up in a rundown now, and they tag him out. Here's Betts. He's already homered here in this one. Ripped on a line. And that'll do it. So 2 runs in the inning, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Dodgers 10 and the Nationals. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia.
Yeah. Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah. As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, I mean, absolutely levitate some people with your breath.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. Jose Tena digging in for the Nationals. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. 1 out, bases empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished.
Right
down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Cruz batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point,
fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And the Nationals gone in order. And the deficit stays. And we're back. All set for the top of the sixth. Now here is Tommy Edman. Williams back to work. Lined, and that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
So digging in, Teoscar Hernandez. Into left center for a base hit. Edman around second. The throw to third. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Now batting,
and up to the plate is Will Smith. 0 for 3 in this one. Puts a bunt down. Bell. And he takes it himself for the out.
There was a time where that sac bunt was just ho-hum, very basic, but is increasingly difficult as it's become to get bunts down in the big leagues. Nice job right there.
Here's Kike Hernandez. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He circles the bases. It's 13-2. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move.
Pitching for the
Here's
Nationals.
Muncy to hit.
Number 41, Colin Poche.
And that's a base hit. And up next for Los Angeles, Miguel Rojas. 1 for 3. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Full extension, makes the catch.
You love to see when a guy's hungry to make a play. Right there, an excellent diving catch. You could absolutely tell he was all in tracking that ball down.
Here comes Chris Taylor.
Runner, he's going.
To second, and he's out. And that is the third out of the inning. Big 3-run shot for the Dodgers. On to the bottom of inning number 6. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back in Washington, D.C., John Shambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, James Wood.
Well, these Nats just like discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
And now a full count.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Taylor pulls that one down, and there's one away. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Luis
2 down, base is empty.
Garcia.
Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals.
1-0.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Fastball for a strike. Check swing called strike. Going to count 1 and 2. That's out to center field. And there's a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Up now for Washington, Keibert Ruiz. And a foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Edman going back on it. Nabs it, and that will end the inning. All set for the start of the inning. Chris Taylor now. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Now it's the DH, Shohei Ohtani. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
Ripped to right, base hit.
Now batting, shortstop.
So a man at
Mookie
first. Mookie Betts, the next to hit.
Runner!
Shohei on the go. That's it for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Ohtani over at second, one down. Trying to move him over here. Tags the runner.
Now batting, center fielder, Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edman at the plate. A switch hitter batting right.
Runner!
Mookie on the move. On a line, base hit. And now two aboard. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
That's hard hit on the line. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Cut off, throw to third, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Really exciting when a couple of guys get their hands on the ball and execute the relay perfectly. Nice throw to third. Awesome job of execution.
Back here in Nationals Park. Blake Trinan on a pitch here.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
That's in.
Just missed.
Ball, that's in.
That one misses.
Ball.
So a leadoff walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
For the Nationals.
Man at first, Josh Bell digging in for the Nationals. Tapped softly on the ground, but that rolls foul. And it's fouled away.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for two. Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Next offering is fouled back. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, they locked him up with the cutter on the outside right there, and I got to think he was looking middle in because he just couldn't pull the trigger. And with 2 strikes, fastball coming in, you've got to be ready to swing it.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. Ready to begin the 8th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. That's to third, boots it, gets off a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Man, that was bang, bang. Tough to tell in full speed, Boog.
I got to be honest with you, I couldn't tell either. As they asked for time to check with their replay guys about a possible challenge, we wait and see.
Yeah, and we used to get a couple of close ones every game, it seems, and this one is just about as close as it gets.
Here's one more look, Singy. You think they're going to overturn it? I kind of do.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance as well. I mean, the more I look at these different angles, the more I'm becoming convinced that he actually beat the throw. So it's turning out to be a pretty good challenge.
The decision's been made, and he's safe. So they overturn the call, and they get it right by taking a chance with a challenge. Digging in, Enrique Hernandez. In the air to left center. Call. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy. Out to center. Wood sizes this one up. Makes the catch. And there are 2 down. So a man aboard. Now it's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base.
Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that one is lifted in the air. Wood. He's there. He's got it. And that is on to the bottom of the 8th. And now the right fielder, Dylan Cruz. And there's a foul ball. There's a strike. 95 of that one. Foul ball still 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him.
And here comes the
now pitching
new
for
pitcher
Los
now,
Angeles.
number 78. He's been so good against lefties. Wood batting with 1 down, takes a strike. That one pushed to the left and foul.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder.
So up next, Alex Call. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Brings it in. 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Luis Garcia.
Now it's going to be Luis Garcia. Line drive, base hit. Safe at second, and he gets back in.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already is bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate, and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Two outs. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And it's through for a hit. Safe! And the runner from second scores on the play. And it's 13-3. And now, Nathaniel Lowe. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. 0-2 now. That one the other way. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play. Two men left stranded, but they do push across one. Through 8 full, Dodgers lead this one 13-3.
Pitching for the Nationals.
We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Number 48.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
That one ripped. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. But he holds up at first. Good play out there to cut it off. Man at first, nobody out. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
Oh, it's a really good pass to the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way. Just let it travel a hair more.
There's a swing and a drive. And out of here. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they add on. It's 15-3. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Now it's Mookie Betts. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Wood pulls it in on the run.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Now that's smacked to right center. He's got it. 2 away.
Up next,
and the batter now, Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center, and that's got extra bases written all over it. The relay. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Josh Bell. And that's in for a strike. And that one in the air center field. Edman makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Paul DeYoung.
Next to hit for the Nats, Paul DeYoung. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle.
Betts. There's one.
He's out.
Out. A double play to end it.
A little sigh of relief for the pitcher there, ending the ball game with a nice double play. You always love when you can get 2 for 1, especially when it wraps up the ball game. Nice win for this team today.
15-3 is how it ends. Dave Roberts and company.